Good morning, friends. My goodness, it's cold. I should have worn a coat. We're actually expecting a freeze tonight, so it's not great news for the garden, but we're gonna do whatever we can to take care of it. I am off to the post office again because I have to drop off a package. And I think I'm gonna run into the little convenience store and get Kristen a little treat because she's having a tough morning. And oh my gosh, look at this. Do you see what I see? Do you see who I see? Poor Dexter's girlfriend is on vacation, so he's very lonesome. And when I get home, I think I'm going to work on the project I bought the sandpaper for, but we'll see what strikes my fancy. And I'll show you that crocodile / alligator that I made yesterday. We'll unpin him and see if it helped with his feet. Hey guys, I'm home. And remember how I said it was cold? It's snowing. It is snowing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing. You can probably see it on my shirt. It's snowing. Okay, here's the little alligator. I'm going to pull off the pins. I can't do this one-handed. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Okay, let's see. Oh, that helped quite a bit. I actually think that looks great now. He's adorable. He is adorable. And hang on, I'll show you where you can get the pattern. This is the pattern. It was free. And parts of it were a bit confusing, but if you're familiar with crochet, you can probably figure it out. And it's free. This is my next project, and I've mentioned it in passing before. It's not the stuffies. The stuffies are there to make sure I put it together properly. But I have these plaques, some dowels, and I bought sandpaper, and then I found I had sandpaper downstairs. That's fine. I have the drill here. What I'm going to do is these are going to be stands. Like this little one will be for something small, and this large one will be for something larger. But I need to cut down the dowels. Got to figure out how to do that. And I need to figure out placement of the dowels and drill holes. Then I need to sand, and then I need to stain. And that is probably as far as I can get today. Okay, I'm outside. I need to get an extension cord. I've got the saw out, the miter saw, and I need to figure out how to unlock it because I can't remember how to unlock it because I haven't used it in I haven't used it in 2 years. So I just asked Kristen. I'm not going to plug anything in until I know what I'm doing for sure. This should be pretty straightforward. This is a fairly self-explanatory, easier power tool to use, but so there's the miter saw. Oh, Kristen's coming out to tell me how to unlock it. Turns out I never actually opened the miter saw before. Kristen or Tom had done it for me before when I made my shelves. So she came out and showed me how to do it. It's this pin back here. And I'm sure as soon as I turn this on, Tom is going to come out here. I promise you. But I'm going to I set up a tripod in case I cut off an appendage and I need to show them at the hospital. Not really. I do know what I'm doing. It went relatively smoothly. I had to, grease the old brain and remember how to do things. But how this is going to work is these bigger ones. Oh, I got to stand the ends of these. I didn't do that. We'll stand in here, but I need to, it's not stain, it's a wax I'm going to put on these before I glue them together. I don't know if I should, yeah, I'm going to do it before I glue them together. So I'm going to go downstairs and get that wax and work on that, and that'll probably be all I do for today because I want them to dry well, and then I also want to seal them. So first I should sand, though. I'll sand. Okay, I stained these. They're not perfect. This is what I use. It's just Waverly from, where's it from? Why is this blurry? It's Waverly from Walmart, and this is technically a wax, and I just put it on like a stain, and I didn't worry about it being too perfect. These are just for me. I'm going to let them all dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to assemble them, and then I think I'm going to spray seal them once they're assembled. I will be honest, I did not do the bottoms because they're going to be on display. They're a display piece, so nobody's going to see the bottoms, honestly. And maybe eventually, probably not, I'll paint the bottoms like a black or something, but I think I'm just going to leave them as is. I honestly had no idea what I was doing with any of this other than the saw. I knew how to use a saw, and I know how to use a drill, but I kind of just had an idea in my mind and decided to play with it. These were relatively inexpensive. I picked them up at Joann's. I think you can get them cheaper places other than Joann's, but I was there when the idea came to me. The dowels, I will say, use thicker dowels if you have the option, because my dowel split and I had to retry over and over again, but live and learn. And I did sand out the holes, but I didn't worry about getting wax in there because the dowels are going to go down in there. So you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see how these end up. But this was a fun project and relatively easy. All right, these are the little stands that I made. I just barely glued them, so I'm going to leave these sitting out here overnight. The wax dried really fast, and I am not going to seal them tonight because it's super duper windy. So I'll do that tomorrow at some point, hopefully, if the wind cooperates. But I think they turned out really nice, and they cost me approximately $3 to $4. Not too shabby. All right, friends, Kristen and I are out in these frigid temperatures, and we are working on protecting our garden because it's supposed to be below freezing tonight from I think midnight till 8 a.m., which is too long for our plants. So we have literally covered the beds in bed sheets, old bed sheets, not anything we need, anything that is likely to die. I think we did a pretty good job. What do you think, honey? It is 10 minutes of 9, and Kristen and Tom have gone to bed. Kristen went to bed about an hour ago. She has an early appointment tomorrow. Tom just went to bed, and today I worked on this sock, which I knit a lot. I got from about this pink stripe through the heel to take with me tomorrow because I'd really like to finish these socks. Not necessarily tomorrow, but soon. And then I also have the 50s stripe socks, and I'm just working on the cuff of this one. Survivor's on, my favorite show. There's 10 more minutes left, so I'm going to knit on this until then, and then I am going to pull out my cross stitch and get some more work done on that. Not much progress was made last night, so I will show you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm pretty pooped. It was a busy day, not in a bad way. So I'm looking forward to relaxing for a little while, and then take Dexter out at the end of the night, 11 or so, 11:30, depending on how tired I am. Then I'll go to bed. So thank you for spending the day with me. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.